started talking and sharing information, and Boo let us know that Boo had already previously let the party know that Talon had 2 keys and that Malachi had a key. And Malachi was in Talon's possession, so Talon had 3 keys. And as we had just claimed 1 key, we were like, "Oh shit! If Talon's only 1 key away from freeing Fenrir, we gotta put a stop to this. Let's find out where this man is and jump him for his keys." So we were like, "All right, cool. Let's find out where he is." We found out he was in Belby, the town that was under Thor's protection. Apparently not so protected after all. And so we teleported in out just outside the town, on the mountain pass, and walked our way down. And as we entered, Boo and I used our Fearbolt powers to disguise ourselves and appear as just normal everyday guards. You know, the guard. And Blue turned invisible. We saw Cypress and Loki kind of just doing their shit in the main square. Cypress bothering Loki getting pissed off with Cypress, and they just kind of bickering like an old married couple, but worse. And so we were like, we're going to find Talon. So we went to the very, very, very edge of town and found a tent with no one outside of it. So me and Boo posed as guards, went inside and we're like, "Hey, we have some questions for you, boss man." And he's like, "Okay, you should already have all your orders and everything. You should know what you're doing." Blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but we've been getting conflicting orders. Like, there's orders from you, and then orders from, like, you again, but they're different. So, like, our commanders are getting confused. So they sent us here to find out what's going on. Like, what's going on? And he's like, "Ooh," and we're just like, "Ooh." So he's just like, "Get out." And I'm like, "Okay." And I looked over, and I was like, "Hey, Malachi, I assume that's your name. Do you want to get out of here and maybe go for a walk?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, "Please!" And he came with us, and I brought his sister, and I'm like, "Hey, y'all are cool. Don't worry about it." Jingles teleported them out with no warning. And then Boo was left in the tent, so Boo decided to distract Talon by being like, "Hey, so, like, how the Mets?" Yeah, I bribed Malachi out of the tent with free massages and like wine, or just basically like I was like, "Hey, you want like a drink, like a bev and a back rub?" And Boo distracted Talon. I was like, "Hey, how about the Mets?" And Talon's like, "What's your regiment?" And Boo's just like, that's another thing that I am also confused about. So maybe you could help me figure it out." And Talon's like, "Maybe I will." And so as he's like going to lead Boo outside, Blue swipes some keys off him and is just like, "Hee." And as they were looking around the room, Dorian and Igor were there, gasp and shock and awe. So Blue regroups with me, and Boo's being led out by Talon, and we're like, "Ah, shit, Boo's gonna get like the cover's gonna be blown." So Charm's like, "I got an idea," and he's just like, he runs over, he's like, "Hey, Talon," and Talon's like, "What do you want?" And then just stabbed in the eye with an arrow. His one good eye gone in an instant. And as we're freaking out and all that, we're like, "All right, we gotta get out of here. Let's go." Blue's like, "Wait, let's steal some shit." And so Blue and Boo both ran into the tent, like back into the tent. We had teleported out. And then Blue and Boo were like, "Let's teleport back." And Charles was like, "Wait, what? No." And they were like teleported back by Jingles, and they robbed a Talon of his journal, another birdcage, and stole some stuff from Dorian and Igor, I think? Or no? I can't remember.
I didn't take anything from Dorian for this time. They get in a fight with him.
Right. And then got teleported back. And so we Oh, right, and we had told Thor to cause a distraction so we could make our escape. And he had like laid waste to a lot of Talon's army, and punted Loki around a bit. And then so we're back at the monastery. We've got all this shit, and we're like, hey, let's check on Thor and see how he's doing. And then he gets stabbed by Talon with a magical god killing blade, but it's not complete, so it only god wounded. It's a god wounding blade. It's a god ouchie blade. And Thor got a major ouchie, bro, like a big yikes. Yeah, like Loki got hurt, and Cypress got hurt, and Talon got hurt, but man, Thor got hurt too. And so the we're all back, and we got our keys, and we're like celebrating our victory. And Malachi won't really give us his key, so that's okay. But Charm and Blue not so subtly suggest that Boo should take Malachi on a date. And they did that. And did like Bloodhunter bonding. Hey, I think you're cute, bro. And then Blue hunted down someone from Yukra named Coral, who's apparently super hot, and talked about being Talon's friend, even though we just stabbed his eye out. And bonded with them, and while the Warforged and I'm just gonna call you a Dampire because I assume, or Dampier because I assume that's what your actual like race is. The Dampier were having a hot date with their selective hotties. Charm had a hot date with knowledge. Charm read through Talon's diary and then used the birdcage to talk to Balder and learned a lot of salacious snacks about the god-killing blade, the fact that Loki basically actually runs the entirety of Yukra and Talon's just a figurehead, and Loki killed Talon's dad, and had his mom tried for treason and murdered, and then like assumedly killed his sister, or made Talon kill his sister. We don't know. Trauma for the boy. Rip the homie.
R.I.P.
And so yeah, we kind of all felt bad for Talon after learning this little tidbit of information. Kind of a little bit. He still did some bad shit. And kind of decided maybe we could see if we could diplomacy him since he hates Loki as much as we do. And then Charm, he went inside the birdcage and talked to Balder, and learned a lot of stuff about Dimitri's family, about the Eugene, the other half of the magic god killing blade, the keys. He basically got like the equivalent of cracking open the world lore encyclopedia and getting to pick whatever chapter he wanted. And then learned the true name of the Fae that holds his deal, as well as kind of like the gist of what it means when his clock runs out. So now that they know, I keep saying, I keep switching between pronouns, but I think that we're just going to be like he, they, she, and that'll be okay.
That's fitting.
Charm, the individual, found out that basically they are, once their clock runs out, they are going to be bound to the courts, and whoever holds their contract, basically. Because again, fake contracts are basically like dollar bills, y'all. And so Charm realizes that their freedom and autonomy is very quickly shrinking, so they got to fix that. So they're gonna share all the information. They're gonna drop the entirety of the world lore that they discovered to the party, and then we shall make our next moves to stop Ragnarok.
Yeah, nice recap. That was everything, unless someone has anything to add. Like not.
I'll throw that inspiration at your boy. He'll take it and just
Chomp chomp.
chomp chomp.
Okay. I think we left off with Charm finally escaping the birdcage. It's
Yeah,
rather hard to get out of.
I think as they get out too, like they rematerialize in the world of the living, and the birdcage is just sitting like inert on the floor. Because I think it can't be used again for a while, right? For a couple hours at least.
Yes.
I think they just look at the birdcage and like, oh fucking shit, I have to, and just like runs out and just. I don't know if there's like a bell in this. We've been in this monastery a while. Is there like a gathering bell? Like a dinner time, or like, hey, important announcements, or happy birthday, Blue.
Ring
like,
the gong.
Yeah, is there like a birthday gong or something?
There probably is.
Charm,
Ring the birthday gong.
Yeah, Charm's gonna hit the birthday gong, just boom. Just like banging on it a couple times.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention.
Blue comes out and is like, whose birthday is it today? Oh, hi, Charm.
Charm just jumps down and is like, okay, I have learned a lot of things, and I have to share everything that I know.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna share it with everybody in the monastery? I can hear them getting so close.
I feel like, yes, it will be something that I will share with you and everyone else. But yes, it is something that. Yeah, it's gonna. God, what is this fucking accent?
No, it's good. It's good. You got it.
Hello, my name is John. My name is Jay.
Stop.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I will share everything with everyone. There are a lot of problems we are going to have. But this is okay. This is fine.
Okay.
I just feel like I need to prepare everyone because your monastery is going to, I feel like, quickly become the shrinking bastion of hope and joy in a very bleak existence.
Oh, that's not good. We're mostly like a hospital. Not really Yeah, man. Also, just to let you know, there are a lot of Ukraine soldiers still here. And also, I told a really cute one that I was best friends with Talon. So
I have to lie?
Well, no, you could just be like, hey, everybody, I'm Charm. Here's some information. That's all. Okay, bye. And then you can tell us the rest of the information.
Okay.
I didn't mean to mock you. That's just my best impression of you.
No, I understand. I didn't think you were mocking me. Oh, right. There's one thing I did forget about the recap. We did tell Malachi, like, before his date with Boo, that, like, when he has free time and is rested and is ready, he should head to Euchra to rally the rest of the Blood Hunters and kind of, like, go on, just stay ready, basically was the message. Was just, like, go to Euchra, gather everybody you can, stay ready.
Nice.
Technically, Charm told him that he needs to hunt down Faye, but I think that, like, given everything that we know, like, just stay ready is probably the better thing to tell him. So yeah, does everybody gather and assemble?
Everybody does gather and assemble. Yeah, many eyes on.
Okay.
Gives you a thumbs up.
This is a quick question just for, like, given everything that he's learned and kind of, like, I feel like Charm in this instance isn't necessarily panicked. Like, at the end of the session, like, it was more of a calm thing. Like, being with Balder was a calm, like, there was an anxiety about getting out, but I feel like that is kind of like where the panic now came from, because everything he learned wasn't necessarily bad. It's more just informative. So, given that I have gathered everyone here, I do have one question for you, DM. Is our mom in the crowd?
She is.
Hey, Mom. Look what I can do.
Jabs her.
Can I guess it'd be the same. Like I guess wisdom saving throw or insight would be the exact same thing. What's the vibe?
Just
Actually, wait, no.
standing there.
I actually don't have proficiency in insight. That's fucking wild.
Yeah, brother.
That's insane to me. Anyway. But with all right, because I do have jack of all trades, so I do have some pretty good skill point. That's a 14 plus 5 for an unnatural 19.
19. He's standing there, quiet, arms crossed, waiting to see what you have to say. Hoping it's important.
Blue walks
I think-
to the stage and is like, "Do you want me to like put a blanket over her?"
Nope, it's fine. It's fine. We're all fine.
Okay.
Okay. So, hi everybody. I'm Charm. You know me as the person who has been here the past few days. Who solved the problem of the wolves with his friends, and definitely didn't use it to capitalize. No, I'm not gonna say that. So I should be like, definitely didn't use it to capitalize on getting a boyfriend, but I'm not gonna say that because that wouldn't be something my character would say. I was like, and whose friends we all saved the day, and turned people from wolves to people again. I would just like to say, there are a lot of things going on between Yukra and Willowwind right now that are pretty not okay. On both sides. I want to be clear, on both sides. We Furbolgs have had kind of a non-aggression thing going on where we just kind of stick to our own and we are not bothered. But unfortunately, the political climate of Willowwind has caused us to all leave our home. And we have found ourselves here. As the Ukraine forces, and I make direct eye contact with Coral because they're from the other side. They don't know dick.
Coral smiles and waves at you.
It's like the Ukraine forces burned down our forests and salted our lands so that nothing could ever grow again. And those of the Wraiths, as well as the royal family, are continued to be locked in their infighting and have done nothing to aid us or provide any relief, because the concern of crown and coin is more important to them than the well-being of those who live within their borders. We have had to take it upon ourselves to find shelter, and unfortunately there are forces great at work set to destroy us, and it seems that Willowwind is becoming a battlefield for many powers beyond just the empires and kingdoms that call it home. I know that I'm going to sound like a crazy person, if I don't already, but Ragnarok is on its way. And we are going to try and stop it and fix everything that's going on. But to do that, we need help. From more than just what we can provide. And I looked to the people of the monastery, I looked to the Furbolgs, and I looked to kind of like even the Ukraine soldiers that are kind of like stationed here. And it's just like, So, for those of you who represent the banner of Yukra, please take it upon yourselves to seek out those in power and put a stop to this. And for those of you who are... I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm thinking... He's basically... I think Charm's point in this is to get the Ukraine people the fuck out of here, and also be like, all right, listen, so here's the real deal. So I think they're like, so either return home and advise your citizens of the truth of what is happening, or cross the mountain and speak with your emperor and plead for him to reconsider his actions. That is all I can ask.
Make a persuasion check.
If they can just get the fuck out. 16 plus 10, 26.
Oh, wow. Soldiers definitely start talking amongst each other.
Dimitri and his entourage are here too, right?
Yeah.
Charm will keep an eye on them too, because that's like not Dimitri. Dimitri's okay, but like the entourage, we gotta have a talk.
Yeah.
The second that the Ukrainians leave, and like Dimitri can feel a little safer knowing that these people aren't gonna fucking like detain him, and spark conflict here at the monastery. Like the sooner we can actually get to legitimate talks.
Do they leave?
And also, I guess, like, with the 26, like, are they swayed to actually, like, try and cross the mountain, or are they more like, we'll just head back and either, like, wait for orders or, like, talk to, you know... I don't know if there's, like, if Yukra has, like, a senate or like, a council of elders that, like, passes additional decisions outside of Talon's control. But if, like, if they... I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm wondering if there's like a group of people that could be opposed to this, like that could be basically like I'm wondering if like if these people can like take the actual like attestments of people in Willowwind to their homeland, if they can turn the land of Yukra against this war. Like that's kind of the goal. Because, like, we already dropped Thor on the, like, Ukraine detachment in Willowwind. If we can kind of break the rest of the war effort, like, lower morale in the capital and, like, decrease supply lines to his meager forces in Willowwind, you know, that might, at least, if not break the invasion, at least disrupt it enough for us to actually do shit that's important over there.
See. With a 26, I'll say yeah. Part of the Ukraine soldiers leave. They seem to be taking orders from Coral, who had said earlier they were planning to leave the next day, but is now seeming to confirm that they'll be leaving today.
I'm sorry, I had to get rid of your boy, your partner.
It's okay. It was like, I understand. Hey, Coral, can you cast Sending? For no reason.
Do you say that?
Yeah. Yeah, he says it. Why not?
He gives you a thumbs up.
Cool. Can you message me if you talk to Talon? Okay, bye.
He'll nod it. Charm as well.
Charm will nod. There's no ill will here.
And eventually, all Ukraine soldiers are packed up, and the monastery is much emptier than it was. They seem to be making up most of the population outside of the actual monks.
Okay, so now that the Ukraine soldiers have dispersed and there's just like Fearbolgs and monks and Dimitri and Helg and the rest of the party, Charm's like, okay, so now that they're gone, let me go ahead and give you the actual lowdown, and tells them literally everything he learned from Balder, with exception of his stuff with the deal.
Yeah, Charm.
I will say this. With exception of his stuff with the deal, however, he does tell the party for safety measures. He tells the party for safety measures the true names of Titania and the Masked Fae, just so they have it, like, in case they happen to cross paths. So he lets them know that the red-haired one, the one that calls himself Titania all the time, is actually Fennec, and the one that wears the mask, who stays silent and like guards their name, is Titania.
Who gives you thumbs up?
Yeah, it tells the entirety of the monastery about, like, hey, there's, like, is Malachi still here? Has he left already?
You don't see Malachi.
Ah, fuck, he didn't come for the birthday gong?
Ooh, go look for your boyfriend.
The socially anxious NPC avoiding social gatherings.
This is a military invasion.
Yeah, this is a military action. I think the second that, like, the Ukraines leave, like, I think seeing that Malachi's not there, just to make sure that I don't have to do the recap like 5 different times, like, Charm would have been like, okay, we need everybody here, like, everybody who is involved in, like, our effort to stop Rat. Boo, go find your boyfriend!
Yo, what the mom? I'm really on my way. Damn.
Go find your boyfriend.
I love you, but find your boyfriend!
Shut up.
On the way, it's been like, Charm has been talking for like 15 minutes.
It's the investigation check.
Did Malachi get lost?
Malachi, like, fully left already.
I'll make investigation check.
Wait, I thought Boo was funny.
Oh, just kidding. Thank goodness. I got a 2. I get lost.
I'm on my way. I just went on Roll20.
Can the monks of the monastery give Boo advantage?
Sure, they'll help.
Search party this shit.
Is my sister here?
You can roll with advantage.
Just Charm's like, I honestly need everybody.
Oh, 15 was my advantage, so.
Okay. 15. He's not being stealthy. Yeah, you guys find you find Malachi outside. He's like 10 minutes away from the monastery already.
Malachi. You forgot birthday cake.
Whose birthday is it?
Good question. I didn't ask. I think it's Blue.
Yeah, birthday?
Shrugs.
Wow, that's insensitive.
That's so mean.
They have a birthday? Yeah, Malachi, I didn't know you were anti-Warforged.
Blue's crying.
Learn something new every day.
I feel like you and Corp will get it anyways. I'm gonna drag you back to the party.
Malachi allows himself to be dragged back.
Great. Okay.
Okay, Charm actually gives everyone the lowdown now about everything that he learned. So, that 4 keys are required to open any lock. There can only be 6 in existence at any given time. If keys are destroyed, they can just be remade in the forges of Nocturnia. There's a god-killing sword that Talon has half of, and he used it to wound Thor. The other half is either with a very ancient and powerful, like, wizard, dragon, and or something in between, or it's hidden somewhere. He's not going to say where, because that's Dimitri's business. Or he'll say it's like hidden somewhere in Willowwind. and once everyone else disperses, he'll be like, "Hey, okay, so now that I've told everyone, hey, Inner Circle, the sword actually might be in Dimitri's castle." He'll tell them like, because I asked like 12 questions, right? Like I was in there for a while.
You got stuck. And then Baldur liked you, so he let you ask an extra question.
Yeah, he did. I tell them about the fact. So I don't remember all the questions I asked, but one of them was definitely like about. I feel like it was like Loki's. No, it wasn't Loki's ultimate motivation. It was kind of like I don't remember. It's whatever. I feel like a lot of them were just repeats of like questions to get more concise information. But yeah, it gives the party the whole rundown on like what's going on with Ragnarok, what's happening with like the sword. Talon might not be all evil. Loki's definitely all evil. Cyprus just wants the world to burn so he can have a pretty paradise and bully people to his heart's content. Blah 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 blah, etc.
Can you tell everyone that?
I do. Oh yeah, and the Talon have been funding the resistance against Dimi's family to depose them. So the Wraiths are backed by Ukraine coin, and technically all of them work for him.
That's why they were listening to him.
That information is relayed.
I assume that, because Leo's not here, I assume that Helg, upon hearing all this information, is just like some degree of either livid or like 1,000-yard staring.
I like to imagine it's the 1,000-yard stare.
I like to imagine how it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
It's just
It's
that ringing, that constant ringing as they stare into the middle distance. It's like Helg, they're out.
Alternatively, it's Held putting like an L on her forehead while looking at Dimitri, who also has a 1,000-yard stare. Actually, no, I feel like Dimi would be pissed.
And so Charm's just gonna let the monks know, like, there's probably going to be a lot of pain and suffering that occurs. And when they're done, like, helping the Firbolgs to heal, they may want to prepare themselves for, like, more people either coming up the mountain or there being more pain in the world. So if they want to send monks down to Willowwind, just a few that can help, that would make all the difference. And Charm's even going to turn to the Firbolgs and be like, listen, like, I know that we've got our own, like, hierarchy of leadership and our own thing and our own way of doing things. Is like, but they literally fucking took our home. Anybody who's ready, willing, and able to fight back, like, we could use all the help we could get. We're not going to be like leading a direct charge. This is going to be like a stealth op, so preferably less is more.
Viscular will listen to you and tell you you have the control in this situation.
Who does?
Viscular.
Oh, fuck, the chief is giving... Oh, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. The chief giving me the run of the place.
I mean, you've shown yourself capable and seem to be the most knowledgeable of the situation.
Okay, let's think. Who do we need? Alright, you know what? Can I offer a thing, if I may?
You may.
Just because I know this could get, like, very complicated very quickly. So obviously, like, we'll need to, like, if we have to go into the castle, we're going to need Dimitri. So Dimitri will have to like come back with us, and we need Helg's expertise as well. So they'll probably, if Dimitri doesn't necessarily directly come along with us, they'll just have to meet us at the castle. Like I said, that Leo's not here at the moment, so I don't know what character they plan on playing. I think that if it's okay, could each of the party pick one like NPC amongst monks and or firbolgs to accompany them?
Sure.
Make a little fellowship of the bling. You know, we got these keys we got to protect and throw into the fires of Mountain Doom. You know,
It's true.
whatever.
You guys can choose a furball and a monk to come with you guys.
Oh, see, this is the conundrum, because I could choose my boyfriend, but now I also have another boyfriend, and I don't want to pick favorites, because that's the last thing you want to do in a relationship built on trust and communication, is be like, hey, I've got this super secret stealth mission that like we have to do that requires like the best of the best. I'm only picking one of you to come with me.
To be fair, I don't know if your wolf boyfriend is the best at, I guess, being stealthy? Are they like just a dude?
You guys don't know. You just got him.
You know what? I can ask Buddy what he does, what he can do. I mean, he was like a buff dude. Like, he could be a warrior for all we know. He could be like Conan the Barbarian up in this piece.
Maybe he just works out.
He could be a Beastmaster Ranger. Who knows? I'll get a read on their abilities. I'm going to ask Buddy what his steez is. What's he do for a living?
Okay. You asked Buddy what he does for a living. First time you've asked him, he is a war magic wizard.
What?
Oh, he's a wizard. Damn. God damn. Let me think on that real quick.
Did you ask him what the red necklace does?
Well, I'm just thinking, because like Whisper's like a centaur, and I assume like either a ranger or a fighter.
Whisper is a ranger.
I assume it's like an arcane focus.
The red necklace?
Yeah.
It is not.
Oh. What does it do?
It's a spell shard.
It's a
It's a spell shard.
What is that?
Used to get one spell.
Oh, okay. So it's like a Ring of Spell Storing Diet edition.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Spell is pitch. No, it's not.
Decisions. Because I could also, as much as it pains me, we could also bring Bellum. Because she is, out of, I assume, all of the martial warriors in our clan, the strongest.
Bellum is a fighter ranger mix.
Oh.
No.
DM, no. I think, given the fact that we are in a situation that requires like some degree of tact, as well as like skill, it could help to have a wizard on board. Plus Whisper, yeah, it's a spell shard, not a dragon shard. So Plus, like, I don't know what spells stored in that necklace. It could be like the fucking wish spell. We don't know.
We asked what they do for the wish spell.
I mean,
You ask him if he has the wish spell?
we ask him what spell's on the spell shard.
It's fireball.
Oh,
What level?
9.
god damn! So he's just literally walking with a bomb around his neck.
Just in case.
You know what? I admire the gusto. I'm thinking like right now, coin toss between Bellum and Buddy.
I think Buddy's gonna. I feel like you got a lot of rangers on your party. We got a lot of rangers. I think we should get a wizard. We don't have a lot of magic at our disposal.
This is true. I'm just like magic would be good. I'm just like concerned more about our ability to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's the reason I'm like hesitant to choose buddies because I'm like I don't want to pick.
I think you could communicate like, hey, this isn't me playing favorites. This is just
Okay,
me
yeah, this is
trying to be like tactically inefficient.
I think that is actually what happens. I think Charm like lays out like, hey, this isn't me picking favorites. This is just like Whisper. We've been together longer. I have faith in you, and I know that you know our tribe better than anyone. I think that since Buddy hasn't been out in the world, this will be a good experience for them, and also we could use like with the amount of like arcane shit we're having to track down, we need a wizard for their like intellectual experience. Not to say that you're not smart. I think that you're a very intelligent and beautiful man. It is more that I feel like in this situation we need a wizard on our group, and I know that when it comes to keeping our clan safe, you can do it.
Whisper kind of just claps you on the shoulder, gives you a kiss on the cheek, and tells you to be careful out there.
Oh, Charm melts inside. Beautiful.
And now you guys have Buddy on your team. What monk are you choosing?
Guys, hear me out. My sister's not a monk, but wait, what is my sister? Do I know? Do I know what my sister is?
An artificer.
Artificer? Is she like a good artificer?
Not the best.
Oh fuck.
It's okay. We got Buddy to balance out the arcane knowledge.
In that case, we could ask my mom. Oh, mother!
Yeah, you guys go find Nadia. Make a persuasion check. Gonna have to roll really high.
Oh, can I provide the help action?
Yes. You may.
Okay, I have a plus.
I think what Charm does is like as Blue forms together coherent thoughts, Charm just chimes in every now and then to just like hype Blue up, and also be like, "This is Blue's idea. This is they have a solid plan, and they put a lot of thought and heart into this, and they're amazing."
Blue's like, Mom, I love you so much. War is gonna happen. I don't know if you were there when the birthday gong went off, but Charm told us everything. Mom, were you there?
I was there.
Yeah, so you come with us, and everything's gonna be fine. 18? Oh wait, advantage. Nope, 18.
As much as I'd like to go with you, somebody's got to stay with the rest of the monastery.
I understand. Dad? Oh no, wait. My dad's a tranquility monk, right?
Yeah.
I whip around to Charm. I'm like, okay, Charm. Here, okay, look. My dad, he's not really a monk like I am. He's more like a really calm kind of guy. Where, like, if somebody's like, I'm gonna beat you up super bad, he could just be like, hey, what if we don't do that? And then they're like, hey, you know what? You're right, you're a cool guy. He's a tranquility monk, right? You know?
Yeah.
He's a tranquility monk. For you, Walker.
Is he like a healer like you are?
No! Not really, right, Anu?
Let me look it up again.
I don't know what level you get that, like, paladin thing.
I don't believe he's here. Let me see. Path of Tranquility.
Oh my god, you do!
Healing Cans, yeah.
He is! Actually, if you think about it.
Having a doctor on our team would be useful.
Dad! He, like, puts his hands together, like, intertwines his fingers with the other and does the best pleading eyes that he can.
Your dad kind of pats you on the shoulder and, yeah, I'll come. Your mom's got it covered over here. I can do the front lines.
Does my sister want to come? Just curious.
Does your sister want to travel with a group of strangers? That's a hard no.
Not strangers, sister. It's me, your brother, Dad, our dad, and then all of my good friends. And Helga's here too.
Again, that's a hard no.
No. Okay. Cries a little bit. But yeah, we got my dad. Dad, if anything happens to you, I will cry so hard, okay? Don't die, please.
I'd never die.
Nice. Okay, cool. Is there anyone else that you want to get charmed?
Just turns to Boo because it's their turn to pick a NPC.
Oh, boo.
Shit.
Like, elbows you a little bit. What person do you want to bring with you, Boo?
Oh my god. That person kind of left right now, so.
You can go grab them.
No, it's fine. It's whatever.
They do have to prepare their own little forest. Sorry, Boo.
That's true. Hey, yo, Jingle.
Yo!
It's the dab.
Jingles, how do you feel? You know what? You've ignored me at least 2 times now. How do you feel about going to?
With me.
With me.
Jingles pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a thumbs up.
This is perfect, guys.
As always, he doesn't have much to say.
Good, he can't complain.
With our forces assembled, and with our forces assembled, should we teleport or take some prep time and get some rest? Because this is all happening in the same span of time that we bamfed into Talon's camp and wrecked his shit, and also kind of got slapped ourselves.
I think Blue's cool with taking a night to get a long rest in.
Charm's cool with that too. If the monks and Fearbolgs could just go ahead and help us by packing up some supplies, or seeing if there's any gear or items they can spare that could be beneficial to us.
Yeah. They will give you anything you need. They're not going to charge you at all.
What kind of magic items they got?
You're taking their magic.
I smacked Charm in the back of the head.
Hey, I was asking out of character.
What do they have though?
The monks. I imagine they have various healing potions at the very least.
That'd be useful.
You'll get the max healing potion.
The max would be too much. Like,
Bro, we're
Also-
going to war.
also, I still have 8 basic healing potions. I mean, how many healing potions y'all got?
I think I have. Let me check.
Also, quick question, like, because I know that this hasn't come up in a minute, and I'm sorry for bringing it up now. Like the Venom symbiote that I murdered with the Dust of Dryness. Is it like actually dead? Like, did we full kill it with the Dust of Dryness? Because it.
I'm gonna
Because it
say
took all the water
hibernation.
out of it.
I'm gonna say it tardigrated and went into hibernation. I completely forgot you guys still had that.
Yeah, there's some things I have that I don't. So I'll give Boo 4 of my regular healing potions. Just so we can, spread the wealth.
What would a bunch
I don't
of
know how many Helg has, but we could get her some too.
Can they give us all like total 5? So we all have 5 healing potions, please.
And are these like the basic ones or the good?
They're probably the good ones.
How much they heal?
Let me check.
We talking greater, superior.
Probably
Okay.
superior.
Fuck yeah, I'll take it.
How many do they give us?
As many as you ask for.
5.
I don't want to be greedy.
5.
I'll take 3.
I'll take 5. Now I have 5 superior healing potions and 5 regular healing potions. Hell yeah, gamer.
They'll also let you choose between a portable hole and a bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
Oh.
Wait, all
so
of us
cool.
get that, or it's just for the party?
Oh,
For the
actually,
party.
that's a good point.
Bag of holding. We should let Blue carry it though.
Me.
They look so fashionable with their satchel bag now.
Yeah. Dink. He does like a pose.
Hell yeah.
On that note, just because we have like again a dead Venom symbiote, I think just to offload it so we don't have to like deal with it. Blue? Who'd you bring along?
My dad. He's
Okay, right. Your dad, the healer.
That's the next.
I want to offload the Venom symbiote with Blue's sister, and be like, listen, I cannot stress this enough. You have to be extra careful, cause this thing is evil and tried to possess your brother.
She's like turning it up and down, checking it out.
Keep it contained at all times, preferably in like super strong glass or like lead.
What if I put water on?
No, don't do that.
I literally because I'm never gonna use this again. I hand off my Dust of Dryness, and I'm just like, if you're going to put water on it, you need that to dehydrate it and put it back into hibernated stasis.
Alright,
Because it
she'll
will
take
come
it.
back to life and try to again eat you or possess you. We don't know.
This thing is pretty cool. Yeah, she'll take your dust of dryness. Look at it.
He's gonna make so many of those.
Cool. Charm will take a long rest.
Okay, you guys take your long rest.
Before I go to my long rest, can I spy on my mom and dad and see if they're like mad about it or not?
About what?
About Probably the most passive person in the entire monastery going to war with his son.
Yeah, make me a stealth check.
Oh shit. I don't have Holly's stealth, so this might not go well. Oh, it's pretty good. 23?
23. What is their passive? They are monks, that's for sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you think you're being sneaky, but when your dad stops at his room, he turns around, looks straight at you.
For 23? God damn!
Listen, high wisdom.
Yeah, you're right. Blue does do like a little and tries to like hide again. Hi, Dad. God, you tired.
Okay. You say hi, Dad.
Yeah, I say hi, Dad.
Hey, Blue. I know you didn't get lost.
It's so lost all the time.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Dad, you're not mad about coming to war, right? I know your whole thing is like stop the conflict before it can even begin, but you're not mad at me for being like, "Hey, Dad, do you want to come beat up a dictator with me?"
I'm not mad. Sometimes it takes a little bit of violence to achieve peace. And who knows, maybe it is... Maybe we can still talk it out with your dictator.
Dad, you do. I just want you to know this for your own safety. Charm stabbed Talon in the eyeball one time. Yesterday. So, if we do talk to them, just keep that in mind, please.
Alright. Just
Charm did it, not me, though.
tell your friends try to keep the stabbing to a minimum.
Okay.
Think that'd be best?
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Are you still gonna follow me in here, or...
Is Mom mad at you for going?
I don't think she's mad.
Can I see my mom? Can I do an insight check on her?
Huh? Yeah, you can probably see her. Roll insight.
Insight. Shit. 7.
7. Your mom's stone-faced. You can't read her at all.
Oh my god, she's so mad at you.
Oh no, it'll be fine.
I'm gonna go before she stunning strikes me. Bye. Then I leave.
Oh, you're leaving me alone? Okay, bye.
You're the higher level than me, probably. I mean, what's a level? Bye.
Okay. You leave, and he kind of glances back at the door before going in and closing it behind him.
Then, can I... Blue wants to take his long rest, but he wants to take it with his sister. Can he, like, sleep on the floor in her room?
She makes you wait out for like an hour before she lets you come in.
He's like... When she opens the door, he's, like, sleeping on the ground. Huh? Oh, okay. Goes in.
She's cleaned up the room.
Oh,
By so cleaned nice. Up, you think she's just shelved everything in the various cabinets and chests she has in her room.
Sister, why is that closet look like... Why is it, like, vibrating, looking like it wants to burst open? Is that okay?
Oh, it's fine. It's totally normal.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hey,
just
also...
don't touch it.
Are you... He, like, reaches for it.
Don't.
Okay, sorry. And while I'm in here, can I try and meditate and see my powers? Nope, my origins.
Sure. Roll me a wisdom save.
Shit. Missed my container. So much. Not so much. 22.
Okay, let's see. You've been at the forge, you've been at the mountains.
If there's
Oh, this is a fun one.
Oh no.
Okay, you close your eyes, and you're kind of getting used to it by now. But, it feels like you're almost pulled out of body, and you're walking through cave. You meet some drow. They're very kind of nervous and a bit almost aggressive. But the man in front of you, he looks like a dwarf. He holds out a paper. Take it, look at you, look behind you, and you do the same to see hundreds of Warforged that look just like you. The first drow passes it to the other one, who checks it himself, looks at you again, seems to be counting how many are behind you.
While he's counting, do I see if I'm wearing any uniform or anything?
You are not wearing anything.
Oh my god, I'm naked? Scandalous.
You're naked. But the two drow will step away, and you enter a city. It is brightly lit. You've never seen anything quite like it. It seems like light is coming out of the glass. Orbs that are mounted to fixtures. You don't know how they work. But they work. Somebody tries to touch one, and it breaks under their grip. You see the dwarf kind of scolds them for breaking something he calls a light bulb. And you guys go deeper into the city. You see many drow, Durgard, gnomes. And it's a pretty lively place. They'll most stop when they see you guys. Whispers hush. Eventually you reach a large castle-like area. You see Enoch. Your old drow friend.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you, rolls his eyes, and steps aside. You hear him mutter something about invasions and Warforged. And you are brought back to your body as you step through the grand oak doors.
Holy shit. Okay, cool. Will cries himself to sleep. He's fine, probably.
I'm sure he is. Okay. And Charm, you want to do a thing. If you hear one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as Charm gets back to like their room and gets set up for rest, they're gonna take a look at the clock. What's the number on now?
The clock, it will be on 5.
Cool. I think Charm kind of like in the wake of their new knowledge and also kind of realizing that they don't have like a lot of time left, they're gonna contemplate for a little bit. Thinking on basically what's going on and what's gonna like happen. And I think given the situations that like they've been through recently and given their new kind of understanding of Fae, as their wisdom and kind of like their ranger training has really been honed over the last few days and weeks. They're going to sit down and meditate on the floor of their room and think about something.
Okay. No roll required. You find yourself in the Feywild.
What's the Feywild look like at wherever we are?
You guys are at the monastery. It's pretty nice there. Over in the Feywild, you see the building has been collapsed. Everything around it's kind of dead. Where there was once snow, it kind of looks like mud. Just mud. No plants around. And you see at the base of the peak you're on sits who you once know as Tanya, though you now know better.
Mm-hmm.
She waves at you. Twigs and leaves in her hair, kind of standing out against the drab gray mountain.
Is their sibling here?
Make a perception check.
There's a natural 20 plus 7, 27.
Drab and gray themselves, they may have been easy to kind of scan over the first time. But you look and you do see the sibling. They're kind of glaring daggers at you through their mask. They're a bit farther away than the once known Titania.
I make my way over to the sibling and I gesture for Titania to follow.
Yeah. Tanya skips over, grabs your hand, kind of does a little spin. You see leaves fly off of her.
Charm will spin with her for the sake of appearances. And I think like Charm will fake a smile, but Charm came here with a very specific objective in mind, and they know what they need to do.
Yeah. She stops spinning and holds your hand. The masked one does kind of still puts a little bit of distance between yourselves, about 3 or so feet.
How many feet?
3 feet. Not too far. You can still reach him if you need to.
I look at them and I'm like, why so tense?
I'm guessing you're not so much of a fan of our last deal. And that's what this call is for?
I don't know. Oh, you mean when you turned my sibling into an undead? No, I could see why you had to do that. You know, I did say cure all their symptoms of withdrawal. So, you know, obviously the fastest route to that is
Kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, glad you see it the way I do then.
Yeah. It's fun. I look at I am going to keep from tipping my hand for as long as I can, and I look at Titania and I hold her hands and I'm like, be honest with me, friend. Did you give? And you know what? I'm not gonna mince words here. I'm gonna say Cypress's name in Sylvan. And I'll be like, did you give Cypress my deal?
You say Cypress's name and her eyes widen. She puts her finger up to her lips. Careful with what you say. Yeah, he had some pretty good tradings.
Oh. Well, that kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. Do you know if he still has it or if he traded it?
He was pretty eager to get his hands on it, so I imagine he still has it.
Okay. Well, actually, real quick, because this isn't something I thought about until just now. When I was reading the book in Baldur's Library on the Feywild, when Fey are born, is their name something that they know from birth, or could it be something that's carried over if they had a previous existence?
It can be something that's carried over, but they usually know it at birth.
So, case in point, if the time ran out and Charm became a Fey, there's no guarantee that Charm would be their name anymore.
Charm can choose to keep his name if he wants.
Or they could choose a new name.
Yeah. Start out
Okay.
with a clean slate, so to say.
Could I make an intelligence check to see, or I guess intelligence or wit, like whatever check I have to make? Can I see if Charm became a Fey, like the contract ran out and they became, like the time ran out, the contract was up and they became a Fey. If they chose a new name, would the contract Cypress has hold any value, or would Cypress just be informed of what their new name is?
Yeah, you can make an intelligence check.
Okay. Another natural 20.
Cypress would be informed of your new name.
Okay, so there wouldn't be any point in changing it unless I could get my hands on the contract. Okay, got it.
The contract would automatically update.
Got it. So then Charm's got to get that contract back. Okay. I think, knowing that this is kind of how it's going to play out, Charm looks at both of them and says, "Listen, I don't have a lot of time left. And once my time is up, I will be Cypress's possession." He doesn't say it in Sylvan this time. He just says it in common. So it's not his true name. Or he'll just say Red or something. He'll just say Red. It's like, when my time is up, Red will possess me. So I need to ask, what happens when the time runs out? I mean, I have an idea, but I want to know.
Well, you transform. End up like either me or him. Points to the Titania.
But since Cypress has it, since Red has it, I would be like them. Would I not?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think you know what they look like. You've only seen their human form, right?
No, but they're a Seelie, correct?
Correct.
Then I guess I would be a Seelie.
Mm-hmm. It all depends on who has it.
I see. And wild question, I guess, if I were to repossess it, it could still fall into the wrong hands and they'd be cashed out.
Well, guess if you were to get it and time ran out, it'd kind of just null and void. You can't hold a contract on yourself.
Fair enough. Um, can I ask why?
Why?
Why'd you make the deal?
Because that's what we do. Mhm. Always fun to have a new friend at the end of the deal. Parents wanted something. I wanted a new friend.
But
I had thought it benefited both parties.
Faye don't really have friends, though, do you? You all play and scheme on each other.
You can have friends. You just have to hope your friend's okay with the joke too.
A joke or two.
There's worse things than being a Fae.
I guess that's true. And Charm's like, You're right. I guess there are worse things. And I'm just gonna look at both of them and be like, am I the first mortal you know of that's going to become a Fae? Or
No, it happens all the time.
happens all the time? Do you know of any mortals that became Fae that became, I don't know, free?
No.
Charm kind of ponders this for a second and goes, You see, without your deal, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't exist. I would be dead. I would have nothing. But and Charm's demeanor like fully shifts, and they're like, that's where you made a mistake. You gave life to someone who shouldn't have had it, and you put the entirety of their existence on a clock that you had control over. So once you put the pendulum above my head and it started swinging, you made someone far more fierce and ambitious and hungry than you could have possibly imagined. I have made so many connections with loved ones and my siblings and my friends. People that mean more to me than my own life. And you are going to take them from me and take my control away. You are going to make me a slave to your court. Well, I am no one's slave. Not to you, not to fate, not to the gods, not to kings, not to anyone. And he is going to lock eyes with both of them and be like, Finnick! Titania! and say their true names in Sylvan.
You say their names and they glance at each other. Pretty hard to read the masked one. But Fennec does seem pretty upset about you saying their name out loud.
That's
They-
right. I know. And I have power here. Names are power, right? Names give you sway over people, influence, and control. That's the game of the Fae, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the game.
Well, here's my game. My joke. You're going to give me all the contracts you currently possess, and they will be mine. I look directly at Titania. I'm like, Titania, I would like the contracts on my sibling and any other deal I've made with you, as well as any other deal you've made in the entirety of your existence. And I turn to Fennec, and Fennec, I can't convince you to go out and trade for my deal, but it would be such a favor to a friend to get it back for me. And if you can't get it back, tell me where he is. And in the meantime, I'll be taking every deal that you have.
How am
After
I
all,
supposed
deals are currency, and I hold the cards right now.
I have nothing to trade if you take all my deals.
You're smart. You'll figure something out. After all, you were able to get so many from nothing when you first popped into existence alongside Titania. You two have always been by each other's side, actually, since the beginning. So, it leaves one to wonder, why don't you two fall into any court? Why can you tread the lines between both? I'd like an answer, please.
Titania and Fennec once again exchange looks. Fennec kind of crosses their arms and mutters something under their breath, looking at the ground like a child.
I look directly at Titania.
We were born before the court started.
Well then, that means you two belong to a very unique existence, yes? You are the trendsetters. The ones the courts modeled themselves after, I take it? Or...
Yes.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
There is something specific that Charm wants to read. So Charm knows all about the like rumors and legends about like the queen of the Seelie court and the king of this of the Unseelie court. And I believe you've sent me their pictures before. Charm's making an insight to determine if those two are puppets and these two are the ones pulling the strings. The 13 plus 5, 18.
18. From your knowledge of the masked king and the colorful queen, and the fact that these two were around from way before the courts had started, you can kind of surmise that these two may be the true rulers of the court.
Charm smiles at that and goes, we're going to make a new deal. And they'll pull out a piece of paper. And I'll be like, consider it the first deal of your new lives, your starting currency. And Charm is going to write up a deal that is very concise in its wording, so that they can't be fucked. But the gist of the deal is going to be that should the event fall that Charm is unable to get their contract back from Cyprus before all is said and done, Cyprus will, of course, have like Charm's contract. Charm will be turned into a Seelie Fae, and Charm will be in service to Cyprus. However, they're going to add 2 addendums to that. If Charm is turned into a Seelie Fae under Cyprus, and manages to kill them, Charm may remain a Fae, but keep their contract. Or I guess like destroy it. I don't know how it would work. So I'll leave that up to you how it would function. But basically, like they get to keep cool new Fae form, and contract is null and void, more or less.
Okay.
The other addendum is that if Charm fails to kill Cyprus within, let's say, 1 month of being turned, they will become Cyprus's servant. The other addendum to it is that if Charm becomes a Fae and kills Cyprus and keeps their contract, they, having known the true names of Fennec and Titania, will be given the right to lead their own court, of which all Fae that were previously mortals, people that were turned into Fae due to bad deals or false contracts, shall become part of Charm's court. And it should be known as the Outcast Court.
Okay.
Additionally, if Charm is able to kill Cyprus and get their contract back, therefore null and voiding the transformation into Fae and the ownership of said bullfuckery, Charm is released from bondage, as are every human that was like every mortal personage that was turned into a Fae. They are free and allowed to return to the land of the living.
They
Nice.
read over the contract. Tanya signs a scribble that almost rips the page. And Fennec just puts an X.
I look at Fennec like,
And then they write their name out backwards.
I could still read it, so whatever. And Charm will sign their name in Sylvan. And furl it up and be like, so, if I win our little wager, every mortal goes free. If I lose our little wager, but manage to kill Cyprus, then I am given my freedom inside the Feywild to do what I wish. And if I fully lose, then feel free to visit me as, I don't know, Cyprus's serving person.
Kinda hope you lose.
I mean, Charm kind of smiles and is like, I'll say this much. I would prefer if you didn't do this. but well, and he kind of thinks on it, and they go, you know what? If you want to warn Cyprus that I'm coming for them, you can go right ahead. I will warn you, though. They're running with Loki these days, and on top of that, the little princeling has a sword that put a mortal wound on Thor, and I'm sure that he wouldn't mind sparing it on the few Fae that trifle him.
That's gotta be a lie.
Charm extends his hand, and he's like, you can read my pulse.
Fennec will take your hand.
Charm
Friend.
locks like dead eyes with them and is like, if you go to warn Cyprus, you will have to deal with Loki, and if he doesn't get impatient with you, then I guarantee the princeling will and test the sharpness of his brand new sword on you. I did take out one of his eyes, so he's a little impatient right now.
Kind of pout. Oh, you really know how to ruin a game, don't you?
Oh. I'm the master of ruining games. You can ask my brothers. Now, I have one final thing to say to the both of you. Thanks for the business, and run. And Charm is going to knock an arrow with an iron arrowhead and pop it right into Titania's thigh meat.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Like this is a maiming wound. This is not like designed to kill. But it is iron, so it will hurt a lot. Let's see. I haven't declared an enemy, so I'm not using any of my magic, like super cool, like ranger magic. This is just my oath bow being. Oh right, did I not add my oath bow to my weapon stuff, or at least update my longbow?
I will be right back.
Okie dokes. Man, what a total of 23.
Yeah, that'll pierce.
Right in the thigh meat.
Titania almost stumbles over. Bennett grabs him. You see her gives you one last glare. Before she can pull him away, he'll take something out of his pocket and hold it out to you.
What
it looks like a rolled up piece of paper.
Is that the entirety of their contracts?
He doesn't say.
I snatch it out of his hand.
Okay. It is a picture of a well with instructions on summoning Cyprus.
I just look at him like, is this the same thing you gave to Talon?
It is.
Good to know that he's not even denying that, like, this dickhead is the one that sparked this whole shit. Charm will be like,
Right. What are you doing?
well, feel free to I'll be taking all the contracts you all have, and feel free to limp away. And if you ever decide to come for me or my family again, I won't miss, and I'll start working my way through every single spawn you've had. I've got a lot of iron.
Fine. Make an intimidation.
Oh, if this were the time to make a nat 20. Let's fucking go. What is my intimidation modifier? Just so I know. That is a natural 20 plus 8, 28.
Okay. He's still a bit hard to read through the mask, but the words seem loud and true. And they are gone in a puff of orange smoke as Fennec puts them away into the Feywild.
I assume that I just end up waking, like Charm wakes up from his meditative state, just surrounded by a cornucopia of scrolls.
Yeah.
He's just like, ah!
More than a human could read in their lifetime, thankfully, Charm has a rather long lifespan that might perhaps get even longer.
And a lot of friends that can help him read.
I hope the friends can read Sylvan.
Charm can teach them this brings up that TikTok I sent you earlier. Charm can run them through Hooked on Sylvan.
You wake up, you share your scrolls with anyone?
Charm just sit there with Blue. It's okay, you can sound it out. It's just, you've got it, Blue. You've got it. You can do this.
I will say, Charm, if you glance through the scrolls, you will be able to find the one that holds Jingles.
Say what now?
You will find Jingles' voice in one of the contracts. So now you are the owner.
So, what? So I'm gonna level with you, DM. This is the thought process that's running through Charm's mind right now. Now that he is like fully in possession of Jingle's voice, this gives Charm first off leverage against his one enemy. Well, he's got a lot of enemies in the Fae. This presents Charm with another opportunity. But it does mean that when he becomes a Fae and gets his contract back, he's gonna have to change his name. So that Jingles won't know it. I think Charm is gonna sift through the scrolls real quick. Like he is gonna share them with everybody. And just as a question, how many monks and Firbolgs are here, and how many of them can read Sylvan?
I'd say probably quite a few of the Firbolgs can read Sylvan.
Poggers. Any monks?
Monks, not so much. Maybe one or two Sylvan.
Is one of the one or two like Blue's dad?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna sit down with some Firbolgs and Blue's dad, and we're gonna go through these contracts. Specifically, I want to find all the ones that I made when I was in when I was in
Ashborough?
No, Ashborough, but also like in the Firbolg Woods. Basically all the ones that I have made. And pour over them again just to like find ones that need to be null and voided.
You find a lot of contracts that seem morally apprehensible. Cure your daughter in exchange. You must kill one person every night. Sort of things.
Man, these Unseelie are dicks. Or was this a Cypress deal? Let's be honest.
That was a Titania deal.
Oh, right, they are like the progenitor of the Unseelie. That makes sense.
I don't think you'd have access to Cypress's deals.
No, I wouldn't. Unless they got traded.
Cypress did trade quite a few with Fennec.
Right, because he said that she said that she had to trade mine for a few.
Cypress holds deals on some pretty powerful people. You see a couple on Talon himself.
What on the deals on Talon? What do they specifically pertain to?
It seems like a lot of transportation kind of deals. Talon wants to get one place but doesn't want to wait. Or Talon needs more soldiers, or Talon wants more loyalty from his soldiers.
So it seems like there's dissension in the ranks.
Indeed.
Given that Charm holds these now, can Charm null and void them?
I'd say yes.
Any that pertain to transportation for like the troops, like bringing troops in, bringing supplies in, things like that, as well as troop morale, Charm is shredding. Charm will leave any in that allow Talon to transport wherever like they're looking to go. Like if he finds any that allows like Talon to like transport places that are like basically if there's any in here that would like allow Talon to transport to our location, those are getting shredded. But anything that allows Talon to just be like, oh, I want to teleport to Castle Willowwind, or I want to be able to teleport to Fort Willowwind, or the Wraith base, like he'll leave those intact because he really doesn't give a shit about like he feels like if he rips up all those and Talon no longer gets his free fast pass, Talon will know something's up and start like really getting pissed off. But ripping these up at least slows down Talon immediately and means that Talon's gonna have to make more deals with Cypress directly if he wants the solutions he needs.
You do that.
I love how we have like in 24 hours we have basically crippled an army by sending a bunch of people back home to be like, hey, yo, war is bad, dog. And also finding a bunch of Fey contracts that give Talon the unlimited resource hack, and we just rip them up.
Talon was using cheat codes.
He really was. He's got that 2 up, 2 down, BA, left, right, BA start. Like, man. Literally the Sims Infinite Money hack, yeah. And then I'm gonna find any on like my family. In either Titania or Fennec's possession.
Surprisingly, there's not many on your. Actually, I think the only one your family made was the one about you.
Well, I mean, like any like. So I don't know if Boo or Trink made any deals. I assume they're smarter than me. But I know that Charm made some.
Yeah.
Specifically about like giving up information in exchange for stuff with his family. Like I think he made one for restoring Boo's eyesight, one for curing Boo's withdrawal.
The vampire deal.
Yeah, one for getting Cypress's name.
You made that. Jingles gave it.
Oh, Jingles gave it to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna find all the ones that I made with Titania or Fennec.
You find the vampire scroll. Titania seems to have literally named it Vampire Scroll.
I'm going to, unlike previously, where I did a bad thing. Charm's gonna find Boo. And bring with him all the scrolls that pertain to like Boo's stuff, and he's gonna set aside any guys. I don't remember if I made anything about Trinket, or if I did, I think it might have been specifically about like the shadow stuff. I don't remember. But if there are any deals about Trinket in there, like Charm will take them out as well and kind of like hold on to those. There was one. I remember. I feel like there was. Yeah. What was the deal?
Safety of traveling the planes. Oh no, nothing can come after Trinket from the Shadow Realm.
Nothing can come after Trinket from the Shadowfell. Okay. Charm will set that one aside. And then Charm will go find Boo with the deals in hand about vampirism and restoring sight and all that like jazz.
I will say that Jingles is also trying to read over your shoulder the whole time.
I think that Charm before Charm deals with Boo, Charm will deal with Jingles and is like, Jingles, my friend. Wait, does Jingles deal have their real name?
Would Jingles deal have their real name? It would.
Oh, we're cooking with gasoline. Charm will like stop and pull out that contract and look Jingles dead in the face and be like, Jingles, my friend, we are friends, yes?
You hear Jingles.
I look at Jingles, I'm like, I know that it is in your nature, or you feel it is in your nature to deceive or be malicious, but have you ever wanted more than that?
Jingling stops, and you can see him kind of confused him. And he kind of puts his hands up in a shrug.
I look at Jingles, I'm like, I want to give you your voice back, but I also know that with your voice, as we have said our names around you, you will, I guess, feel compelled to use that against us. Am I correct in assuming this?
Jingles nods.
I offer you another route. I look him dead in the face, I'm like, I know your name. And just as you know our names, I can share your name with all of my friends. And then we are in a stalemate.
Jingles slow nods.
I offer you a better alternative. I want to change the way the Fae work. Just as people are allowed to make choices, I want the Fae to be able to make their own as well and not be bound to this constant flux of contracts and schemes and backstabbing. I want the Fae to be able to build legitimate, empathic relationships with one another and actually learn what it means to care about someone other than themselves. Just as the way that you have looked out for us. Because there were plenty of times that helping us didn't directly benefit you, but you did it anyway. So I'm offering you a chance to make a deal with me. This won't be a formal contract, more of a agreement between friends that we will shake on, if that is acceptable with you.
Make a persuasion check.
Charm really out here fucking campaigning to change the Feywild. 18 plus 10, 28.
Jingles thinks about your words for a minute, and he'll hold out a hand.
I shake Jingle's hand and I say, I offer to give you back your voice and thinks for a second. 2 names that might be valuable to you. In exchange, I want you to help me create my own court of Fae, and I will give you your own court of Fae, which you may rule as you see fit. And we shall be in an alliance as friends.
Jingles shakes your hand and gives you a little salute.
Charm pulls him in for a hug.
Oh, he'll hug you.
And Charm will rip up the contract on Jingles' voice.
Jingles starts coughing up feathers.
Oh, okay. And I give him it's like burping a baby. I'm just like tapping him on the back.
Takes a minute. It seems like he's topped up a whole bird worth of feathers at this point.
Okay.
Like he
A
gives
little
you
bit
a
more. There
shaky
you
thumbs
go.
up.
There you go. You're okay. How do you feel?
It's been a while. Thanks for that, buddy.
It was the least I could do. It's my pleasure. Now, as promised, I did rip up your contract, and I do owe you 2 names. And in exchange, you'll help me with establishing our courts so that we can be able to change the way that the Fae work.
Are we gonna kill the other courts? Is that something we're doing?
Kill probably. We could thin the herd a bit. My one consolation is not anyone that is a human that has been turned into a Fae.
Alright, that's gonna be hard to distinguish, but we can try.
You said it was going to be hard to accomplish?
Hard to distinguish.
Hard to distinguish, okay. I look at Jingles and I go, I'm going to lean in close and I'm going to whisper right in his ear Fennec and Titania's names in Sylvan.
You say those names, and you feel the building shake a little bit as a massive amount of power is transferred.
I feel like what's going to end up happening is Charms is going to give that name out to everybody until it just loses its like inflation. It just loses its value.
We've got the name of the Fae Queen. Oh yeah, so do we. Oh,
it's literally like in the Gold Rush when you would give when you'd hand out a bunch of like digging permits on the same plot of land to a bunch of different people.
yeah.
But yeah, he'll hand that over to Jingles and give him a hug and be like, I need to go talk to Boo real quick about their stuff. But are you still good to come along with us and help us deal with Cypress and Talent? And I look at him, I'm like, by the way, I am fully going to be like killing Cypress if you're cool with that.
Totally fun.
Cool. Love the energy, Jingles.
You know what? If you ever need anybody killed, I think I'm pretty good at that.
Noted. Like Charm, it's just like a little uncomfortable.
I can stay here and go over your cajillion contracts if you want me to.
Yeah, just help out the Firbolgs, and I look over. His name is Stream, right? Your dad.
Yeah, the Tabaxi's name is Stream.
Like, just help out the Firbolgs, and I just like, Stream, are you good?
You see Stream kind of squinting at one of the papers. Oh, we got it.
He's just like, I mean, if you want to help, you can. I will say I did sign the contract that says that these are all mine. So please, we are friends now. I trust you. Please, I shouldn't have to ask or say this, but I feel like I have to, because we have just struck this alliance, and we're change doesn't occur overnight. It's baby steps, like progressive movements toward a positive direction. Don't steal my contracts.
Jingles bangs offendment. I would never.
You were 100% planning on doing that if I hadn't have specified that because we are friends, you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I feel like I shouldn't have to emphasize this, but oh wait, I was about to make up a fake name, but I'm like, he already knows Trinket's name. I'm like, you need to sit down with Trinket and like go over what it is to be friends. I feel like they talked a lot about that with you before. Now you should really take like the advanced, like the intermediate course on friendship.
Yeah, they're really in for a surprise, aren't they?
We'll see. Like, a Charm knows that he's only got like, I mean, out of game it's like 5 sessions, but like in game it's a flux of time, so it'd be like time is short. Charm knows he doesn't have.
It seems pretty random.
Well, it's on Feywild time, so you know it's kooky there.
Yeah.
Charm knows that their time is limited, and they know what they need to do. They're just like, they are still kind of unsure if Trinket would even want to see them because of how things ended last time, but they're kind of short on time, so got to build bridges rather than burn them. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna go find Boo.
Okay.
What's Boopkin up to? What's the boy doing?
Oh my god, I haven't heard that name in so long.
I know it.
Holy shit, dude.
Blast
Oh,
from
this
the past.
The nostalgia.
For a simpler, more chaotic time.
For real. I think Boo's just kind of vibing.
Oh, now I feel really bad.
Oh. I think he's just vibing. Nothing really. I don't know, probably running around.
Charm kind of like, not like busts in, but just like, just boom. Oh, sorry, I should say they knock first.
They knock. It's not even a.
Oh, you're not like in a
room.
room? Okay, sorry.
No, but we could say he was like in a random room just looking. It's like, oh.
They're just like knocking the door for him, just like.
Shit. There's people that live here, apparently. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, Charm.
Couple of things. First off, I did a thing. I acquired a lot of Feywild contracts that I now own. So I am like the bank. I assume a bank is a place where documents are stored.
I mean, you're kind of right.
Is it? I mean, well, I know that the Dimitri talked about it as like it is a place where money goes, but I don't know. He also said something about like boxes of depositing safety. So I'm kind of confused on what the purpose of a bank is.
Well, I mean, it's like bank, but Faye. How the fuck did you do this? I'm sorry. How did you get all these contracts?
I made the gamble and it paid off.
Okay.
Also, I have the names of the progenitors of the Fae. Did not know they were progenitors of the Fae at the start, but who did it work in my favor?
Okay.
I also may have shot one of them. Well, didn't may have shot. I did shoot one of them, but it was the one that I just gesture at Boo's current situation.
Oh, see, I kind of bit mending, and I said I didn't mean it. So I think we're okay. As long as we just say, I didn't mean it, it's fine.
I meant it.
Oh, well then, no one knows that.
No one but you. We're okay.
Yeah.
Listen, the first time we got back home, you were in a bad situation with your pains and aches and problems, and you had been blinded by the well. And I acted rashly and made a lot of deals without consulting you in any capacity. And you are currently feeling the effects. And on top of that, I did a thing with Cypress that Boo is told Charm that like, oh yeah, no, you punched me like right in the arm the first second we met and said that I shot you.
Mm.
He's like, I am sorry that I have somehow intertwined you with Cypress and you thought I had hurt you or attacked you. I didn't acknowledge when you first did this that I didn't acknowledge what it meant for you emotionally, and I didn't apologize. I just did not. I said I didn't do it. I was hurting Cypress, but I didn't take into consideration your perspective and what the pain it must have been like to have you think your sibling was trying to kill you. And I'm sorry. And I know that that doesn't mean a lot. And I don't know what I can do to make up for it. But I figured the closest thing I can do is put some choice in your hands. And they'll take out the contracts and hand it over to Boo. Oh my god. Boo just
cracks open a cold one.
Hold my beer.
Oh, does it read these?
Boo, can you read Sylvan?
I can't read Sylvan, unfortunately.
You can't?
I don't think so. Let me check real quick.
I mean, Charm can translate.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Until Charm translates, they're just a bunch of pretty scribbles.
Yeah, These look pretty nice. What do I do with?
Charm translates.
Thanks.
So, Boo, you'll have the option of ripping up your contract and returning to be a furball.
Oh my god. That's pretty nice.
The other one, if you rip that one, you will just go blind.
Oh shit.
The furball one, you'll be fine. You won't go blind.
I mean, if we have a lot of monks here, and a lot of powerful healers, would any of them be able to like greater restoration to fix Boo's
yeah.
sight? So then, yeah, we could totes rip that one up too.
Cool. I don't know, but I kind of like the idea of fighting Talon in the in the future. I'm kidding. Where's Cypress? No, never mind. I already had his bitch ass blood. Oh, actually, yeah. I guess I'll rip both of them.
Ripping both of them?
Yeah, I'll rip both. They
Okay.
got to go.
Damn. Nice.
Okay. You feel yourself shifting. You feel your fangs retract in an almost painful manner. It's very uncomfortable. And the orb goes black.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, it's all coming back to me. It's
Wait.
just me in the void.
I'm still here.
Oh, hi, Charm. I
You're-
can't see.
I know you're blind, but we can fix that. We are literally at the place of healing. And
Yeah,
I
it works.
help Boo walk to the nearest, like, I don't know, I guess I find Blue's mom.
You find the mom, and she'll cover Boo's eyes with her hand, and it burns at first. Boo, you can see again. Normal furball vision.
Oh my god. Looks around. Wow. Everything looks just like the same as it was before. This is crazy.
Were you
Thank you.
expecting things to change?
No, not really, actually.
Are you
Okay.
Are you okay?
I mean, I think I'm okay. I feel fine.
Like, Inu, I know that, like, the purpose of the contract was to cure their withdrawal symptoms. But since the contract also technically killed them, are they
There's no
still
result.
Pimp Chimpin'? We are winning.
Let's go. It's a W.
It's a W.
It's a W. Wow. This is so great.
It'd be so funny, like, Boo's just like, huh, I wonder, that uses their blood thing, and they're not, like, feeling internal, like, insane amounts of pain, and they're like, oh, I have control.
Oh my god, I feel so much better. It's crazy. This doesn't hurt 10 times.
Oh, by the way,
Wicked and
Jingles can talk now.
Jingles can what?
I gesture over to like the mountain of scrolls that like all the Firbolgs and like Stream are going through, as well as Jingles.
I leave you for like 5 minutes.
No, it was like 8 hours. I did this last night while I was
You did
sleeping.
this last night? Oh my god, I leave you for like 8 hours.
By the way, does Blue come out at any point and just like see this going on?
I think I like to imagine Blue is woken up by Jingles like teleporting in front of Blue and being like Boo, and Blue being like Blue just screaming.
Yeah, Jingles definitely does that and teleports out when you start screaming.
Yeah, Blue like Blue
I would
butt-
have laughed my ass off if like Boo screamed, shot up, cracked Jingles in the face, and Jingles
please.
teleported out.
Please.
Roll the hit.
Where's my dice? Where's my dice?
Just that is Blue's default state. Just awake, punch.
That's pretty good. Not a dart, fucking unarmed strike. 24?
Yeah, you smack Jingles, they poof out.
Blue
Damn.
screams and goes, ah! And smacks him across the face. Comes running in.
Damn,
Jingles!
that's wild. You want some levels in Feywander Ranger?
What?
No,
Sure.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, well, technically not. You could multi-class. Like Charm can teach you.
Charm, can I make a deal? No, just kidding. Blue does bust in though, and it's like Jingles is talking.
Yeah,
They scared me.
I gesture out to the courtyard where there's just this mountain of scrolls that everyone's reading.
What the hell is that?
I won.
One what? One paper?
I learned the true names of the masters of all Fey, and I got every single contract they've ever made that is in their possession. Because some of them they've traded, so they're no longer in their possession. But these are just the ones that they had in their possession at the time of me beating them in the game of. Well, it wasn't like beating them in the game of wits. I just outsmarted them. I made them think that I was dumb and harmless. I also shot one of them in the thigh meat.
Whoa. I went to sleep.
I
was
mean,
like,
so did I. I just dreamed the Feywild.
yeah, but you got all this stuff. In
Oh
my
yeah,
dream,
no, for sure.
in my you have dream. You get all of these scrolls. I have a dream about me being a war criminal, and now it's man, I want scrolls. He's like,
I'm
darn it.
I'm very sorry about the war criminal dream.
It's okay, I can barely remember it. Enoch was there! We need to kill Enoch! No, just kidding.
Oh, I was
Holy...
about to say we should not kill Enoch.
No, he's... Whatever. Let me scrap it. It's fine. Good job, Charm! He gives you a big hug.
Hey, Inu, quick question.
Yeah.
You said that there are more scrolls here than, lifetimes. How much of a dent have we put in these thus far, having like as many people working on them as we have?
You've barely touched them.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just gonna. You know what? I have a perfect use for my super hot boyfriend now.
You've got two super hot boyfriends.
My super hot centaur boyfriend who could probably read Sylvan, I hope.
He can.
Cool. I'm gonna have him. Charm's gonna lay out like how he wants these organized. And just give the instructions to Whisper so they can kind of like accomplish that. Basically, like any deals that like pertain to people in like Willowwind that are basically any deal that could be useful in our fight against like Loki and like Loki's forces. That's like pile 1. Pile 2 is like any deal made in Willowwind that pertains to like say like I don't know, the royal family and their allies or courts or things like that. Like basically anything that we could either have or use as political leverage, or just these are bad deals and setting people free would be a good thing. Pile 2. Pile 3 is like kind of the same as pile 2, but for Euchre. I want to have bullets in chambers for political powers over there. And then I guess like pile 4 is just like everything else. Like pile 4 is Feywild deals. I want to have all my Feywild deals, and pile 5 is literally just everywhere else. Like if they've got deals with entities in like planes beyond, other parts of the world, those just go there. And by the way, these were all of this mountain is what they had on them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
King and queen.
Fair enough.
Wait, does that mean this is also connected to like Shadowfell? Is Shadowfell a ceiling? Or is Shadowfell something else?
You know what? I'm just gonna type up a list of all the piles, Inu, and I'll send it to you, and we'll set the organization because Blue Kaito raises a good point. Shadowfell needs to be a pile as well.
I was only gonna say because Blue wants to look through the Shadowfell one to see if there's anything about Warforged. Just
There's a few from the Shadowfell.
I read to see about Warforged.
Can you read Sylvan?
No, but my dad will. I say dad.
Daddy!
Can you help me, please?
I'll help you out. There are a lot of scrolls.
I just want to see if we can find anything. Maybe, I don't know.
You do find one from Enoch.
What does it say? Oh shit. No, my dice! I lost it!
Enoch wants to make the Shadowfell more secure, meaning kicking out all humans and those who just don't belong. So mostly the Shadowfell right now is made up of Drow, Durgar, and demons.
Oh my god, I can't believe that Enoch's racist.
Literally racist? Oh my god. Does my dad find any about robots?
About robots?
Like me, Warforged? I'll give him the help action if you're gonna roll for it.
Honestly, I can't think of any Warforged deal Tanya and Finnick would have.
Okay, that's cool. Really, because Blue was just trying to figure out why there was a bunch of Warforged in the Shadowfell, which was so scary.
Maybe you should go ask the occupants of the Shadowfell.
Wait, so is Nocturnia and like the Underdark tied to the Shadowfell? Like, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's like so is there like a rift in the Underdark that is linking it to the Shadowfell?
Yeah, there's portals.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
Sergio,
So okay, so on the top side, surface world, we got Feywild portals and like, you know, portals to elemental planes and shit like that, and like celestial outer planes. And then in the Underdark, we got portals to the Shadowfell, and then I'm assuming also portals to the other outer planes and other dimensional like elemental planes and things like that. Because
Yeah, there's portals everywhere.
my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Most of them have been deconstructed over time.
Damn. I gotta ask Jingles eventually to be like, hey, Jingles, can you like teleport me, please? Thanks, bye.
Yes, Jingles will teleport you, but you don't say where in the same sentence, and you just end up on a deserted island.
No! That'd be so mean, but so Jingles.
Okay. I got nine piles that I
Holy
need.
We got a lot of months, don't worry.
Your family and Nikra and their allies. Mm-hmm.
Piles 1 through 4 is just literally like the war effort. 1 is just like 1 would just be stuff like supply lines, things like that. Like basically any deals. Like I know I found basically all of the Cypress deals and kind of like ripped them up, except for the Talon transportations. But just in case there's like any deals that like the wraiths made or things like that, like that would be pile 1. Pile 2 is just like generally like random deals and things like that in the Kingdom of Willowwind. Pile 3 is in the Kingdom of Willowwind, but specifically for like the royal family and their allies. Pile 4 is for Talon and his allies. Pile 5 is Feywild. 6 is Shadowfell. 7 is material / ethereal plane. 8 is elemental planes, and 9 is outer planes. I don't expect 8 or 9 to be useful, but you know what? If Fennec made a deal with the devil, like, might as well make use of it. Am I right?
Yeah, you can actually get quite a few in those piles. Not a lot, but
Holy shit.
a couple. Fennec and Titania have been around.
Man, I can't wait to find a contract in here that just has Eugene's name on it, and I'm just like, prolonged eye contact. But yeah, I'd instruct Whisper how to divvy up and sort the contracts, because we got to get going. This is an honest question, because like again, like I don't want to do anything that we would need like Dimitri or Helg for without Leo here. Where do we want to go?
I feel like we should get the half of the silver sword from. I think they're in Applegrad? Or
Wait.
Daedale?
I mean, I know that. I don't know if. Wait, did you said you found out that silver is like is silver in Applegrad?
Did anyone find that out? I have silver equal apple in my notes for some reason.
He said he was going there a couple sessions back, but that was a long time ago. I don't know if he's still there. I mean, we have the card that points to where they are.
Just gotta follow it like a compass.
Yeah.
Can Jingles teleport us to people or only locations?
I mean, you can ask Jingles.
I mean, I think so long as we give Jingles either a location or a person, we can arrive wherever we want.
It might be good to go try and talk to the Silver. See, because Silver's the one who has. Is Silver the one who has half of the silver sword?
You have 2 possibilities for finding the silver sword:
So-
Eugene or Silver.
Yeah, there's 2 possibilities. Either Silver is walking around with it and they've got it on their person, or it's in Castle Willowwind, like Dimitri's family sealed it away with Eugene. So additionally there's something that Charm does want to take care of, but it is kind of like a Charm basically wants to make nice with Trinket. Like I don't know if like you know what this is a perfect time for that. Charm just looks at Blue and Boo and is like, hey,
Hello.
so that is something I do want to kind of bring up. Charm will pull out the watch and take a look at it. Like, is the number still 5?
The number will be 5 until next.
Okay, they bring it out and they're like, I don't know how much longer I have, but the countdown is getting short. And I run them through the extent of the deal that I made with Finnick and Titania, basically stating that like if I can get my contract back, a bunch of people get freed from service in the Feywild and get to return to the material plane. If I don't get it back, I'm turned into a Fey, and then I have to either kill Cypress and reclaim my contract, which if I do, I get to form my own court as its archfey, and a bunch of cool shit happens. Or if I fail to kill Cypress, I become his servant. And I feel like Charm, as he's like talking about like the deal, like gets really apprehensive about certain parts of it because like Boo is right here, and everyone's been like cautioning Charm about not making like dumb or reckless deals, and this is kind of like the biggest gamble that they've made.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I feel like as they're talking about like, yeah, you know, like if I get this back, you know, I you know free all these people, blah blah blah, good stuff happens, and like talks about like, you know, if I fail, like I think that's what I start getting apprehensive. Like if I fail, I become a Fey. I no longer get to keep my form. And that then leads me into a time crunch. Where if I can't stop and kill Cypress within a month, I become their servant forever. But if I succeed in killing Cypress after becoming a Fey, I have the potential to form my own court. It would mean being a Fey and being bound to that realm. But I mean, I just like gestures over to like Jingles going through the pile and like Mending doing whatever Mending's fucking doing. It's like it doesn't mean I won't be able to see people again. I think like they get really like melancholy for a second and they're like, but we can stop them. We can do this. We can fix this and stop Cypress.
I think Blue, like, goes and hugs you, like, immediately as soon as you start getting sad. And he's, like,
Oh,
like, not letting you go the entire time. And he's just like, well, you don't gotta worry about it.
Charm brings Boo into the hug.
Yanks.
Boo's crying.
You don't gotta worry.
Charm's like tearing up a little bit, but not crying. Like, anyway, to the point. We are getting into dangerous waters here, and things are going to be rough. I know that Helg wants to stop Ragnarok, and we have to be on that focus. And Dimitri has their own objectives that they need to complete, and I am more than willing to do these and complete these, but I need to hear your opinions first on something. I need to talk to Trinket and apologize, and I don't know if they would want to rejoin us and help us in our fight because we left them. But I need to Whether they join us or not, I need to say I'm sorry. I will help all of you with anything that you need, and will go to the ends of the earth for your objectives, but I need to be able to apologize.
I don't mind if you go talk to your sibling.
I'm sorry, you got out there for me. What?
Blue says, I don't mind if you go talk to your sibling. Oh, why is my thing doing that? Anyways. But they did leave us. So I think it'll be a good for you to. Oh my god, hold on. Fucking pause. My mic is going crazy right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, you sound kind of like staticky or kind of faint.
Yeah. Okay, I got it now. I'm so smart. I had my automatic input sensitivity on. Anyways, Blue goes like, I don't mind if you go talk to Trinket and get to say your sorries. And like reconcile. That's a new word I learned. But I just don't like that they left. For me, it feels like they kind of made their choice. But, you know, that's your family, not mine, so you know what's best.
I think we both. We all made choices that day.
Are you content with your choice?
I think Charm just gets really silent at that. Because in their mind, they know they did the right thing, like going with the group and keeping their family safe. But in their heart, they essentially did leave their little brother to die.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that like they're torn between the fact that their sibling asked them to trust them and they wouldn't give them a chance, and also the fact that like the party needed Charm to trust them, and Charm had to make a choice. And so I think that Charm is kind of conflicted. Because we shouldn't have stayed, but we could have at least like made sure things were okay before just dipping. I don't know. Charm doesn't know, and it's mad complicated.
Mm-hmm. You just kind of like, if it's what you want to do, then it's what you want to do. Like, I have no right to tell you, no, don't go there. Or, no, stay here, come with us, ignore that. So, I mean, in the end, you know what you want to do. So just do it.
Charm nods and is like, and again, this isn't. They might not even want to join or help us with anything. Having attachment to the Shadowfell could be useful with dealing with Nocturnia, but you also have a connection there.
Sure do.
So I think I will say what I can, and they can choose whether they want to help us or leave us be. And I know that there are like I said, a lot of choices were made that day, and I'm not telling people what they need to, your choices are valid. If they choose to help us and rejoin us, I think that there will need to be some mending offenses, and I don't know. I think Charm is just legitimately like unsure of what's going to happen. They're a wise person, but they're not a genie. They're not a fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee.
Yeah. I think Blue was just like, okay. What's a what did you call it? Like a returning offense or something?
What?
You said something about offenses and then things coming back.
Mending offenses.
What does that mean?
It means to rebuild rather than tear down. To fix what is broken rather than to leave it to rot and fester. When a fence breaks or becomes rotted with termites or the wood just deteriorates, you take out the posts and you put in new ones and you repair it and reattach it and ensure that it is strong and sturdy. You build it back better than it was before. That is when you have a relationship that you are both close people and things sour between you. It is a good idea to try and mend the fence. If, the other person decides they want to leave the fence to rot, you leave it be and move on. But an effort should always be made to try and fix what could be broken. And as Charm says this, he kind of thinks and looks over. Is Bellum in the courtyard?
Yeah, probably.
I think
Probably with the
Charm
other people.
I think Charm is really having a hard time. I think for this specific day, this moment, Charm's self-worth has kind of been fluctuating a lot, because they did a thing that no mortal has done before and pulled off the greatest feat of all. But at the same time, they're staring down Ragnarok in this impossible situation where they have to fight gods and monsters and an entire invading army from a foreign empire, and they've made an enemy of a lot of people in the Feywild, and they're just one person. But then they've also they've got Blue and Boo and Helg and Dimitri at their side. But then at the same time, Trinket's not there, and they kind of caused that. And then at the same moment, here they are, they have a plan of attack. They're assured of themselves and know that they can do this, but then they look over and see the one relationship in their life that has been a complete failure, and once again become like uncertain of if they can fix things with Trinket if they couldn't even settle shit with Bellum. And I think Charm's gonna go talk to Bellum, but he's gonna bring their hype people. He's gonna bring Blue and Boo.
Oh, shampoo in from this moment, bro.
My emotional support brother and my metal bestie.
Okay.
It was like, I consider you a brother. Or
Oh,
sister.
you are my brother. And he gestures to Blue's mom from another mother.
She's not even my real mom.
Oh.
I wasn't given. I would like. I don't get. I didn't come from. She can't make me. I'm not like a robot. She's not a robot. I'm a robot.
Welcome to the family. It just like gives Blue a hug.
He hugs you back.
Crying.
Yeah, Charm is gonna walk up to Bellum.
Walk up to Bellum. She turns her eyes are covered by her bangs. You can't see them. She does turn her head to look at you. Crosses her arms and waits to see what you have to say.
I spent my whole life in your shadow chasing something that I thought I had to earn. I thought that if I was good enough and strong enough and could protect people and our clan and our tribe and make myself worthy of you, that you might express pride or love for me as easily as you do for Boo and Trinket. But I realize now, as I stand here, I gesture to the scrolls, with the fruits of my labor having bested two of the strongest Fae in existence on the merits of my hard work and the people that were there for me, the people who wanted to help me and be with me and teach me and train me. I gesture to the pile. I'm like, this is the culmination of so many people's goodwill and the victory for. I assume there's like not a million scrolls, but there's like probably like a good like couple of like 1,000 to maybe like 10,000.
Probably around 10,000 or so.
I'm like, this is the culmination of the work of people and spirits and gods, and I like pull Blue and Boo in. I'm like, my family, and I make dead eye contact with where I think her eyes would be underneath her bangs, and I just say, I shouldn't have to earn your love. I shouldn't have to prove that I'm worthy to be loved. I should be loved by those who love to be around me and who I love with all of my heart. Charm thinks for a second and says, I don't take back what I said during our last talk. You have not been there to that you've not been there for me. And I shouldn't have to apologize for what I was feeling or what I said about you. But you need to recognize that I forgive you. And if you want a part in my life, you can have it. But you have to make that choice. I will give it freely. You will not have to earn my love. But you will have to show that you can accept it.
You say all that, and you see Bellum's hands kind of tighten into fists before he grabs you and pulls you into a hug.
I think Charm full actually like freezes when she like comes at him, like expecting that this is going to be like the first time that, like, this isn't the first time that, like, I feel like Bellum has been rough, but he, like, after last conversation and everything that went down, fully expecting her to throw hands. So I think like when she grips him, like he like flinches and freezes, and as he realizes it's a hug, I think Charm like actually like breaks down sobbing.
And I will say, Bellum's kind of tiny, but it is a very hard hug.
Charm is hugging his mother back. He is full ugly crying. He is like, they are weeping.
And you hear a very faint, "I'm sorry," from Bellum, just loud enough to only you can hear. As her hug tightens on you.
Full weeping.
But eventually Bellum will pull away.
Charm will dry their eyes and like, this is like a full like ugly like snotty cry. Like I think just like Charm's gonna pull out a handkerchief because like I think instinctively they're gonna reach for their cloak and be like, no, I can't, like, if I'm gonna apologize to Trinket, I can't show up with their cloak covered in snot. This nice cloak they made for me, so they're just gonna get a handkerchief and just like blow like this like just dry eyes, like nasty snot, just. Man, fuck Charm's $40 foundation. They cried. They let it out.
$40 foundation.
I assume that I assume that Charm's like makeup is always just like absolutely styling. And I feel like if Charm went into the business of like a makeup line, they'd make a lot of money. But they're like, they would also be like, I don't understand what the purpose of money for makeup is. Don't these people just want makeup? Yeah, no, for real, Blue. Like Charm just lets out like the entirety of a child, an entire like childhood's worth of distant parent and like abandonment issues out. Yeah, I think with all that, Charm just brings the found family of Blue and Boo into a hug and thanks them for being here with them and helping them say what they needed to say.
Night's game, unexpectedly wholesome.
Puts a little flower in your hair. Just
Charm
like a nice little dandelion or something.
Charm smiles and is like, okay, so where do we go first?
I guess silver to the stars.
Actually, real quick, Applegrad's not far from Daydale, and Daydale is where Helg's group is situated. Do we want to just go to Daydale first, and if Silver happens to be in Applegrad, we could just travel over land? This way we can also kind of like link up with Helg's group and like drop off the lead box with the keys.
Oh, Blue's gonna miss his lead box. Yeah,
I mean,
sure, sounds good.
if Blue wants to keep it, like that's fine. Like Charm's not gonna like be like, no, you have to hand it over.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Like, but we could if we choose to. I think like as much as Charm wants to go to like Ashboro now, he knows like if the group goes to Daydale, Charm can easily like be like, hey Jingles, you and me, let's go to Ashboro real quick. And Boo, you, me, and Boo, Ashboro real quick. At any time and like handle stuff with Trinket. So he'll for now group time.
Sounds good. Do we want to end there before we get?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
I know
let's
we've
end,
gotten
let's
so
end before
far,
we
but
like. Maybe we end before we go to like a destination and just
we're just all crying in a pile right now.
all cry in a pile, and then
Yeah.
like next session in 2 weeks we'll just be like, hey, attendance is mandatory. We have a lot of shit we have to do.
Yeah.